Hello and welcome to the prom night. I'm currently using one of my inventions, or a strobe light thing I built quite a while back, a tripod. Because today I went to Canterbury. Originally it was for work, but it ended up being cancelled. So I decided, well, with all this free time ahead of me and being in Canterbury, might as well do a bit of shopping. I did want to pop into a retro shop, but it wasn't open, which was a shame really, but I don't blame the bloke. Going for an Easter holiday, especially when he has a 7-day week. The first stop then was Poundland, where I got these, which are DS styluses. Despite not owning a DS, these were got for the video camera, resistive touch screens. I do not like using fingers. It leaves fingerprints and it's horrible. And touch screens, pen. There is no argument in value using a finger. Oof. So I've got 5 of them. So whether I eat 2, lose the other 2, I'll eat them, lose them, dog eats them, drop them down a drain or something. I've got plenty of spares, and they're not exactly expensive to replace compared to the official DS ones anyway. Although £1 for that probably is a bit expensive, but that's life, isn't it? It's £1. Big whoop. The other thing I got was this. It's a nice cheapy universal remote. Originally I went in Poundland to do like Mr. VX's keyboard special Ashen's type thing, where essentially just be like, yeah, but I saw some stuff in there. This camera is really invincible. Is there nothing it can't survive? Probably within reason, yes. That'd be quite funny to watch back. Not sure what caused that, but I think we're moving more in towards bed, so that doesn't happen again. So I got this, and well, it's a universal remote for this video recorder, because that video recorder's remote has gone walkies. In fact, inspection with the video cameras revealed it's probably fallen down the back there. There's also a PSU to something or other. I'm not... Probably the telly, actually. I think it's the telly, actually. Just stashed away behind that. After that, after wandering around for a while, I decided to go to Maplins. And I got this, a soldering iron sponge, because I've never used one of these, which is something, and this. Some soldering iron tips for my soldering station, which is in my cupboard stashed down the bottom here. Under the skybox at the moment. It's still in the box because I haven't actually used it yet. One, I haven't had time to, I don't have that, but if you do soldering and you have any my luck with soldering irons, you find soldering iron tips have a habit of disintegrating in 5 seconds flat. It's like about 10 uses and then your tip starts disintegrating. I don't know whether it's lack of use of one of these or if it's just the habit of tips like to disintegrate. So plenty of spares are required, so that I've got, because that is a problem I run into. Looks like quite a good station. It's made by Precision Gold, who do the multimeters that I've got, and they're decent. They're definitely decent for their price range anyway. They're not the best, but hey, you get what you can afford. I wish they didn't over-elaborate on the sponge, because the sponge that's in there is like this thing that's pretty more like paper pasted there. So now we shall go to the remote, where I shall sod the tripod and we go to do it. The first thing is we have an instruction pamphlet that does not stay under the remote. That's not a really biggie, but at least there's an instruction pamphlet in there, which could be in English. And so it's like AAA batteries, and then it's like Eliminates 12 remotes. This is only for one device I've got it. And it should work, and if it does, well, that's certainly value for money, £1. Sinclair, some no-name Chinese brand, I'm guessing. Ideal for TVs, DVDs, bloody blah, usual stuff. Instructions included, well, I kind of expect that. It looks lovely, cheap and nasty, but what do you expect? And it has a picture of a television make that I do not recognise. Probably some sort. In fact, it does remind me a bit of one of the monitors off Dead Space. On the back, it's pretty bland. Universal remote control. The thing doesn't actually has a part number printed on it rather than a brand name. And of course, it's just like repeating pretty much what's on the thing about set codes, battery installation instructions, you know, sort of layman stuff. Thing about quality guaranteed. We'll see about that. Stop bloody focusing and refocusing, you stupid thing. The thing about disposing of it properly when it decides to focus. There we go. Yeah. With the problem of electrical waste, you should probably stop producing cheap shit electrical stuff that breaks and isn't possible to repair when it does break. Maybe that's not an idea. Bet the manufacturers haven't thought of that one. Battery safety, which, quite frankly, if you manage to kill yourself through that, it's just natural selection. And usual stuff about that, where you can drop it off for free. I'm not going to make the other joke I was about to, because I'll probably get done for racism or something. Knowing our politically incorrect society. And so let's open it. With scissors nicked from brother, because everything of use of mine is up at uni, including pretty much all the tools. There are other ones in the garage, so I'll pause here. Okay, so cardboard backing. Yep, feels actually nicer than the remote itself. This thing feels like... well, the cardboard feels higher quality than the actual remote. And also, another thing that's funny is I've come across my first instances of English, which are beginning to be apparent on the front. Work with most major brands. You've missed the S off works, guys. Come on. You should at least get the translations right. It makes you look like fools. Major brands, easy setup instructions inside. Where's the comma after brands? I mean, I have trouble with spelling and grammar, but seriously, this is quite insane. It's relatively amusing. And so, here's a good one. Test if other keys work good enough. Where's the space? If most keys work not good enough, please go step BD using auto search again. Find the best code. Yeah, there's a fair few spaces missing, and first of all, full stops are not commas. The user compressor set key, some of it's alright, and then there's a bit here. First find TV model or other appliance code, then you press and hold button set, and press selected equipment button. Indicate will on release is not a one word, both buttons, and now the indicator keeps on. There is another full stop. Input 3 digits, and the indicator will switch off. The setting steps are completed. They have completely... They do not know how to use the punctuation, do they? So, there are parts of it which are just fine, and then it just goes little paragraphs here and there are relatively poorly written, and the instructions feel like recycled toilet paper and smell like it too. And of course, you've got the joy of a few other languages, thankfully not millions of them, and then you've just got the codes, and it's just like, whatever language that is. And it'll be interesting to see whether this thing actually works or not. So, hope you enjoyed this rather random, pointless, and interestingly not video, with English instructions included. I could make another joke about English, but I'll probably piss off part of my fan base. So I'm not going to. Let's just say it involves a joke about American English. I think that's one best just left to just keeping with English mates. Don't want to piss people off. Thanks for watching.
Bad owners, so find out if
it works. Watch this.
the dog.
Wrong button. Always the way. Come on. There we go. And that's Wallace and Gromit you can hear playing on the telly. Night night.